DanDaDan is like if Danny Phantom became an anime, which is reason enough to go and watch it, because I don't think there's any other anime out there that does the combination of hype action shonen sequences and super cute lovey-dovey romance as well as DanDaDan does. But while those things are at the forefront of its identity, in reality, that's not the full truth, and in fact, the anime is lying to you.
I feel like I've seen this before.
If you somehow missed my first video on the anime, watch it next. Then DanDaDan follows the story of Okurun and Momo, a chill guy and a chill girl, of whom come together through happenstance, but they're so individually strong-willed in their beliefs of aliens being real while ghosts aren't and vice versa, that it ultimately tosses them down a rabbit hole of wacky adventures, like fighting aliens with robot penises.
If they set that android free, it will be the end of all of us! No!
Momo is just a girl searching for her ideal guy that emulates Ken Takakura, her celebrity crush, while Okurun is a loser with no friends who's literally just looking for anyone that will talk to him. And also there's the grandma who's just hot. My grandma hooks up with all my friends. Dude, that's crazy. If you need a friend, I'm here. Fortunately, fate brings them together when Momo the Goat intervenes on Okurun's bullying, and he takes that as a chance to finally make a friend in the form of the hottest girl in school in a purely platonic way. No, I'm not making that up. And from there, hijinks ensue as he uses his only hobby he has to speak with her, that being the supernatural, specifically aliens. But Momo's grandmother, the person she cares the most about, is actually a spiritualist, so she goes, "Blood, there's no such thing as aliens on God's skibbity riz." And then he goes, what the Sigma? Ghosts? Imagine believing in such tripe. I don't know how kids talk, I'm not Diddy.
Diddy, come on out.
That interaction leads to them checking out the opposite supernatural site, a haunted tunnel for Okurun and an alien-infested building for Momo, where they bond over their shared bullying experiences of the past before getting bullied in real time, and by the end of it, Okurun gets possessed by a badass ghost lady with saggy teats and is able to save the day. Until he doesn't, gets his ass beat because it's funny, and then Momo does it instead. Fortunately, it's the thought that counts, and through the two of them working together, they're finally able to make it out of such a sticky situation, pun not intended, with Okurun really having shown just how similar his mannerisms and actions are to Momo's celebrity crush, down to even the phrases he utters, and lo and behold, even his real name is Ken Takakura, leading to Momo falling for him hook, line, and sinker, but that's too embarrassing to admit, so she just complains about it instead. The fact that everything I just said all happens in the very first episode had my jaw on the floor, because it's a feat all its own to be able to pack so much into one episode while not feeling bloated, as I covered elsewhere, as doing so lets you know what you're in for, while the following episodes can further deliver on the premise by having the two of them work together against the impending threats of aliens and spirits, ultimately culminating in an epic face-off against badass ghost lady for Okurun's weenie. No, I'm still not making that up, and what could only be described as one of the best episodes of this year. But DanDaDan loves to one-up itself, and that all happens in just the 4th episode. I'm sensing a pattern here. So the hijinks continue because, and I shit you not, badass ghost lady, she's a cat now, lost Okurun's nuts, which forces he and Momo on a wild goose chase for balls, one of which lands in this sweet little cinnamon bun's hands. She's so charitable, and thus awakens her own supernatural abilities and draws ghosts towards her because balls hold semen, and semen is the key to life. Okay, I'm only kind of fucking with you on that one. Like the show, that recap was pretty chaotic and there's a lot to unpack here, but all you really need to know is that it's a fun and wacky rom-com with tons of shonen beats, perfected via the love poured into the adaptation from the anime staff and the care put into the writing from the author, like the realistic writing of Momo's grandma somehow still being single.
Backshots or $5 million?
$5 million, of course. Serendipitously stumbling on an outstanding sum of money like that?
While the overall plot can be extremely fast-paced and even a bit all over the place, the anime makes it easy to digest, including slower-paced episodes to elaborate on Momo and Okurun's relationship, while also moving the plot along at a more reasonable pace, with the fantastic production facilitating its 10 out of 10 score, because I've never seen something look so consistently goddamn good. From cool-ass POV shots that make the visual language of the show way more engaging, to color-coding individual entities and breathing life and nuance into them through just the visuals alone, making some of the ghosts the creepiest and funniest things you'll ever see. In its own uniquely creative way, the anime consistently delivers on that fun action and adorable romance, really accentuating the relationship between our two lead goobers while crafting a realistic interpretation of two goofy teenagers. But there's a core component that ties them both together, something that makes the strong-willed Momo into such a caring person, and something that make Okurun never want to lose Momo. Something hidden in the background yet staring you right in the face as the anime purposely brings it up only to gloss over it. It's the connective tissue that brings everything together, a third element aside from the action and romance, and the lie that this video is all about: pain. The anime's core message is to never judge a book by its cover, as it begs you to question every surface level thing you're shown because nothing is ever as it seems, which is exactly why Aira initially had the internet hating her, only for everyone to completely 180 when they realized that her aim to be perfect was a result of losing her mother. Thus, it's no surprise that she has main character syndrome and thinks she's destined for greatness, genuinely trying to help people in her own quirky way, even though others may presume it is rude, with all of it coming full circle once she extends her sympathy to Acro Silky, granting her the closure she needed to properly pass on as a spirit rather than ceasing to exist in a void of nothingness. AJ Beckles, the phenomenal English voice actor behind Okurun, put it the best: DanDaDan is about jokes, fights, and pain. That's the true nature of this series, and it's through this small lie, this hidden detail, that the anime is able to share with us what I can only describe as the true best anime episode this year out of the thousands that have aired. Episode 7 is where the anime feels as though it shifts genres completely, where at some points I thought I was watching a movie like Perfect Blue because the animation, direction, and basically every aspect feels completely foreign to what had come before, revealing so much through pure visual storytelling, like the line of work Silky was in when she was alive, how she bought her child shoes that didn't fit because she was too poor to buy them as she grows, and so much more told through the eyes of some true geniuses over at Science Saru, specifically Shuto Inomoto, the animation director and storyboarder for this episode, as he's able to convey the pain, happiness, and sorrow in every single moment. It's a painful and visceral, sad and somber experience of an episode about the true nature of human beings, encapsulating the core theme of pain in the series before being met with a loud While I've got some qualms with the quality of the jokes and the waning production values as the episodes go on, I can't help but be pleased with what we've gotten so far and feel that every anime adaptation should get this same level of love dedicated to it, because this anime is generational to me, in the same upper echelon as Bocchi the Rock and Frieren, where even despite the fierce competition for anime of the year, DanDaDan stands out as something truly special.